everyone, to Talented Universe on this 7th day of August in 2026. We are excited to be here to discuss Season 3, Episode 2 of The Ark. And the name of the episode is... See, I'm trying to stall. See, that's what I'm doing. It won't hurt too much.
Oh yeah.
And just so everyone knows, we are going to ask who knows who said the title. So think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the director was Sandra Mitrovich, and Sandra is going to join us a little bit later in the month. I believe she actually got to do 2 episodes, and she's going to come after her second time. And our writers are India Sage Wilson and John Paul Nichol. And why are we excited about John Paul Nichol, Marcia?
Well, because other than he wrote this episode.
Yes. Do you remember why?
Why?
Because he's going to be joining us tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. to discuss this episode.
Yes.
That is
tomorrow
why.
evening.
Tomorrow
my goodness,
evening.
You have got to be here.
Yes, you've got to be here. Those that have joined us in the past when we've had the writers, we usually get some insights that usually we haven't even thought of. So it's really fun to be there for that. And did I just hear a click? But of course I can't.
Admiral Greg.
That's what I thought. I did hear a click. It was Admiral Greg. I'm so glad he clicked in.
Mm-hmm. What an episode.
I didn't realize I was late.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was an episode, to say the least. Not what I expected, but I was scared of the title. I will say that. I mean, that was a little like, it won't hurt too much. Ooh, that's just not a fun thing.
Whenever anybody says that to you, watch out.
Exactly. And usually it's a dentist
or a doctor.
Yeah, well,
getting ready to hammer you with something. Yeah,
true. Very
or
true.
Or somebody's going to break up with you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, circular saw. That's always fun too. But yeah, we have a couple.
Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning.
Well, first we got to say we got some people in the chat room.
Yes.
Susie's in the chat room, and Thomas is in the chat room. So that is very good.
There are other people who are not saying anything yet.
Yeah, which is typical. But we're hoping they do end up saying something a little bit later, like in 2 minutes. But we will see how that works. Anybody want to start with the craziness? Marcia.
Yes. Because this episode is so chock full of stuff. I noticed in the beginning, Ian we're on the bridge, and he is standing very close to Garnet, almost putting his arm around her, which I thought was quite interesting. After the little chat they had last episode about distancing, and so that went through in one ear and out the other for Ian. and
that surprises you. Why?
Well, because he told her that he would respect her boundary. He would respect that
her boundaries, but not what his boundaries were.
Which shows he's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we start with a group of them: Alicia, Garnet, Ian, sitting around the table and wishing that they could have had a nice goodbye for Bryce. And I kind of wish that too, because it was such a great, lovely ceremony for Lane. But alas, that's not what Bryce wanted. So they actually respected his wishes. Part of me
But
always
but
says, well,
but
he's not
then
going to know. So,
again, well, but then again, it's like you think about it. When he decided what he wanted to do, he thought he was going to die young and of clampkins, you know, and everything.
true.
And
Hmm.
things did change for him. So, you know,
Yes.
but
And then we go to
oh
the
well.
bridge, and who walks in? Well, you know, I've got screen caps, right?
Well, I figured you did. Well, remember he called them to the bridge.
Yes.
He called
And
them to the bridge.
he walks in, and what does he have on?
Oh, a little Bryce sticker. Yeah.
What
I
the?
I thought that was so inconsiderate.
And let me ask, do you think that he did that on purpose?
Well, he did. In his defense, he did say, "Well, it was the only quarters open, and Bryce and I are the same size." That's what he said. But still, he could have taken off the name tag. But
Yeah, I thought that was inconsiderate.
yeah, very inconsiderate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did he do it on purpose? Not sure.
Hmm.
Not sure.
Hmm.
What do you think, Greg?
No, I think he just needed something to wear. and didn't think to rip the name tag off.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what it was. You know. So.
Okay, then we jump to Arc 22, where we get introduced to Curtis Drake. We learn his name.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
The kind of he has a bit of a swashbuckling type of attitude, and he talks about the GSA. You know, they talk about the GSA being gone, and oh wait a minute, no, they switch back to Hammond when Hammond's going to take charge, and you see the looks on people's faces.
Oh, they were mortified. They were absolutely mortified.
We knew trouble was going to be brewing, I think, from the get-go. And he wants to set a course for wherever Maddox was they were going to meet, and
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't go well. And Sharon took, asserted herself, and everybody backed Sharon up. But Sharon makes an interesting request of Ben.
Yeah, she puts him as second, which was to me was weird, and I was thinking about that until shortly thereafter. There was other dialogue from Ian, who voiced what I was wondering. I'm like, that seemed a little easy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, considering he was being him, and you know, at the top of it. And, you know, it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to go from admiral to, you know, effectively a commander, you know, underneath someone with a field promotion only because somebody died,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And even then it was, you know, of all of the three lieutenants, she's, you know, she was the one that, you know, exhibited the leadership skills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I have a feeling that there's going to be more Hammond drama in the next episode.
Mm-hmm. And just as a little aside, I have my TV on silent because Star Trek episodes, the original series, is on, and it happens to be the episode that Dean Devlin's mom is in.
That's a riot.
It's all planned, Marcia.
It's all
Yes.
It's all planned. Now, I
So
want
this
to.
is
I
the
want to.
sequence trivia question.
Yeah.
What is for our audience? What is the name of the episode that Dean Devlin's mom is in?
There you go. But Susie, aka Linda, asked, "Could Hammond and Drake be in cahoots?" I never even thought of that.
Question. Could they? Anything.
know.
This is a season of anything can happen right now because anything is happening.
Wolf in the Fold.
Very good.
Yep. Okay. Was Wolf in the Fold.
Very good.
Star
Excellent.
Trek episode. Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a hard one because she didn't, she wasn't going by Devlin. She was going by Pilar Surratt.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
I
that was going to be a hard one.
I have to say for the women in the audience that Ben Hammond looks kind of good in his uniform, so I'm not mad at him at all right now.
I was pretty impressed with the arms in episode 1.
He's
that was a lot of attention to both the biceps and the triceps.
Meanwhile, ta-da!
Oh yeah.
Yes. Meanwhile, on the planet.
Sorry.
Wow.
I found this subplot went downhill really quick.
Well, they're in like the kryptonite cave here.
Yeah, and Kelly's just banging on the wall with her hands. Although I got to give them credit, because my wife's sitting there saying, "Wouldn't her hand be all bloody?" And then the very next cut was her showing her bloody hand to Ryan.
Yes.
I mean, Angus.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's... But, I mean, the loud, piercing noise, driving them crazy, not knowing what's going on. I don't know. I mean, talk about tropes. We have seen this so many times. And I was actually disappointed. That, for the course of the episode, I didn't think this part of the story moved at all. And it just seemed like filler. We got to Joe.
It's going somewhere though. It's going
slowly.
Well, isn't it better that it's going slowly versus other things that have gone off the whole rails on some series? And so you gotta look, in my opinion, you gotta look at it that way.
Well, yeah. So right now I'm a little disappointed in everything right now.
well, now, how can you be disappointed in this? Bam.
Okay, so I think the best part of this episode was all the fun that Christy got to have.
At first, I didn't even recognize her.
Yes, I didn't either. I didn't either at first.
But then, when we had her on, she looks nothing like Sharon as herself. So, but yeah, no, she must have had, her and the guy that plays Ian must have had so much fun. And I wasn't really thrilled with this story arc either, but at least there was some fun moments in it. It looked like the actors were having fun with it. And obviously the costumer had a chance to actually dress people in casual clothes, and
this was fun trying to figure out. This is the clone cafeteria. Okay, there's Ian over here, there's Ian over there, there's it was
Oh, and then later we get Ian with the slicked back hair.
It was fun trying to figure out
who is who.
Yes.
Who, and everything else.
Wouldn't that drive you nuts though, if you saw yourself everywhere?
Yeah.
I'd get more done.
Susie said Ivana said she had a blast with costuming.
I bet she did. And those, the casual outfits looked fantastic. There was a one couple walking down the hall, and it was like something that you would not blink twice at today, but it like just looked that much more futuristic. The fit was good, the drape was good. She did a really good job with this one.
Yes. Yes.
Well, she did only have a few characters theoretically to be models because she had to make so many different things for the same person.
That's true. That's true. Which also must have been fun.
Yes. So,
well, getting back to Ben Hammond, Admiral, it seems almost as soon as Sharon and Ian left the ship, he hit that FTL button.
I agreed with him.
Well, I did the second time I watched it because I remembered what Sharon told him as his standing order: protect the ship and the crew.
I wouldn't have gone so far away.
No, because it looked like he just went to some random.
Yeah, so as not to be able to keep an eye on them. But
I would have gone just outside the solar system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
but I agree. She did tell him to keep the ship safe. Were there other ways he could have done that? Backed out of range, or FTL'd out of range like you suggested. But I think the writers wanted to put in there to
shake things up,
give the Kimmy and Alicia arc there something to do.
Yeah, they had something to do, all right. Mutiny.
Oh my. I think if Hammond falls apart, somebody else is going to make a really good number 2, and her name is Alicia.
I thought you were going to say Kimmy.
I think Kimmy's great where she is. No, but I mean, the way Alicia was taking charge when they got back,
that's true. She was, yeah.
She's grown up, hasn't she?
Yes, she has.
From the little girl,
smart
who
and leadership skills. Yes. So I was impressed with that. I thought that was really good on the writer's part. They could have put Kimmy in that same position, and I think it would have said, "Oh, Kimmy should be number 2." But they chose to have Alicia there, and I think that was really good for her character.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we learned a little on the clone ship Arc 22.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that the guy himself is a clone of the person that
created all
of cloning.
Yeah.
And that they're looking for something.
Yes.
In one of the Sharons. Or something. 44s, 24s.
It was 44s.
G44. G44.
Yeah. And and sure enough, they find something in her blood. I'm thinking, oh my God, are they all Gen 3s and they need like something to fix them? But it might have something to do with their tardigrade DNA or something.
Yeah.
But they need something from her.
Yes, they do. And they
had that little circular saw.
It looked like they were going to cut her skull.
Yeah.
That looked like a bone saw.
And they weren't even going to knock her out.
Again, yeah. So, but I mean, I gotta give them credit. Sue thought that they were going to have to like knock, other versions of themselves out and take their clothes, and then there'd be a fight between 2 of them, and you didn't know who was who.
Well, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen, but it could. Considering Kelly and Angus's predicament, maybe they thought, giving us one thing that's overtly familiar. Let's surprise them on the next. Let's
Mhm.
completely not do what we thought they might do at first.
Oh, they could and probably will have such fun with all these clones
Well,
in
they're
upcoming
still on the ship.
episodes.
They're still on the ship, and now we don't know where that ship is.
No, we don't.
Mm-mm.
And it does leave a scene from the season trailer that we haven't seen yet.
No, when he fires on, when he
Yeah.
really does fire.
With the shuttle in between.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So, in other words, we have not seen the end of them.
Right.
No. No.
And we haven't seen the end of Kelly and Angus.
No.
They did a search party. We learned that the sheriff
Sabotaged.
Yeah.
Well,
But also the sheriff has a unique tie to the rest of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Felix looked like he was going to hit the sheriff here.
Yes, I think he was.
And I love Felix's jacket. That short sleeve like shirt jacket thing. I love that.
So in other words, you want it, right?
Yeah, maybe in like khaki or green.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Not red.
Oh no, not red. Well, I look good in red. I like earth tones though. Earth tones are dark jewel tones, so maybe a dark red.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
They're talking a lot about Maddox.
They
are.
are.
So is our theory that Maddox was a clone?
I think it's a higher possibility than ever.
Or there are clones of Maddox.
Yes.
She might have been Prime, Maddox Prime.
I don't think the one that we saw at the end of 2 was Maddox Prime.
No, but the one
we saw in
originally.
Season 2, the original, yes.
I will be glad to see her back. I really thought she was great as Maddox.
Oh, she was wonderful.
And her character was so fun to dislike. It was.
But you can't dislike the actor, though. I mean,
because she
was just so great. She was so great.
Oh no, yeah. Definite screen presence.
Mm-hmm.
Definite.
So, Greg, you mentioned the search.
Yeah.
Well, when they did a lift shot in the distance.
Yes.
Yes, there's that volcano.
And do you think that's where?
Well, they did.
Kelly
They did the weird thing with opening the door and
it looked like lava. Looked like lava.
Lava or magma
or something.
Magma.
Yeah, I thought I had a shot, but I don't. Okay.
So, that was kind of interesting. But then when they came back into the cell or whatever, the door shut.
Yes.
So, I mean, were they just doing that to let them know where they were? Like, what their predicament really, how dire their predicament is?
You break out, that's where you're going to go.
It kind of reminds me of a Deep Space Nine episode, which people kind of love to hate, where they're playing the game and they have to follow all the rules and go through.
I actually like that episode. I
love that episode. That's one of my favorites.
It was an early Deep Space Nine episode. I mean, it was a little hokey. The performance. I mean, you could tell that the actors hadn't settled into their characters yet. And didn't really know what to do with it. I mean, I think you could kind of see Avery's annoyance with some of the ridiculousness in the episode itself. But I think carried well over to Cisco. But I actually loved that episode. I thought that was a really good idea. I mean,
I
it
thought
was
fun.
it was fresh, and video games and those types of
I had just
and escape rooms and things like that were just starting to get
yeah.
popular. And I'm like, for them to do something that was like a video game and a board game and an escape room in the mid to late 90s, they were right with the time, and I thought it hit well when it came out.
And I had to think of the title, Move Along Home. That's what
Move along home.
Move Along Home. So that's kind of made me think of maybe they have to do certain things and figure out certain things in order for them to get out or move to the next level or something. That's just I thought.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you.
and they were on the verge of like, oh, there's like, there's patterns in that shrill noise we're hearing. And, it's like, oh, maybe they'll learn, figure out how to communicate with them.
Yes.
Harmonic
frequencies. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of, there was it a Star Trek where those like they had to like modulate.
Yes.
They had to modulate the like it was a constant stream of noise, and they had to like modulate it to communicate or something.
Well, that's what we heard because Kelly kept hearing it.
Yeah.
And then she got her implants off, which was interesting. And then they didn't hear it. She didn't hear it. Then all of a sudden,
both of them
Angus started hearing it. And
yeah.
So it was almost like they were trying to make it so she would hear it.
Yes.
But then when she turned it off, they changed it.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very interesting.
Yep. I thought that was. I would have liked to have seen them, get one step closer. In something. That. Yeah. Other than they're in some place with lava. Oh, look, in the distance there's a volcano. And the very end scene where the sheriff and Vess have going to bed together, and they think they know what's going on.
Yeah, that is true.
And that was another surprise.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
There's as several fans have we've been discussing in the groups. There's so many subplots now to keep.
Yes, and this season I have the feeling is definitely going to be serialized. We
definitely going to be what?
Serialized, like
oh yes.
Each episode will run into each other. You won't really have the predicament
a self-contained episode.
Yeah. But I would have liked to see.
Oh yeah.
Them move around a little bit further.
Put that up. This is where I was just gonna go. I see there's a
the second one
comment. The second from last
Bryce. Yes. I was.
Well, I have to.
Sorry. They switched it on me. Okay, this is the one.
Monty.
Yeah.
You were thinking what I'm thinking, because I have to thank Suze for putting this into my head. I went back. Suze, you commented in the group discussion how Eva was kept looking and looking and looking at the footage, and you picked up something, and I thought, what are you talking about? So I went back and took some screenshots, and I'm going to show you what I saw, and I had to number them and see what you think. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wish I could put in a clip. She pointed out on the left, there's this sort of shadow cloud, and it starts to travel. Watch it. Now it's moving,
Oh yeah.
moving.
Uh-huh.
Well, Ava said it was something to do with the thrusters of the shuttle, I think.
And now it's moving. That's what I first thought. But when you look at it, watch the creatures.
Oops.
Whoops. It's got one of its little talons, looks like it's sticking in Bryce.
Well, when they were on the ground, it did look like one of them stabbed him.
Yes.
But then it
And
also
now-
looked like one of them threw him, too.
Poof.
But
He's
as
gone.
other people have thought, that might not have been Bryce being thrown. That might have been Doc being thrown.
Ah, yes.
Well, I
Because
heard
you
Well,
couldn't
I thought
really
was-
tell.
What I thought was interesting that nobody touched on
Mhm.
from a scientific perspective, even when Trust got to have a look at it, you could obviously tell that they were doing some sort of heat signature or IR type capture. So Bryce has a heat signature. If Bryce was killed, his heat signature would still remain but start to dissipate. Not that quickly, though. The creatures have no heat signature. They are black. They aren't even reflecting as like the background of the planet. They are all black. So my thinking there is going back to what you've been saying, Marcia, about how they looked somewhat mechanical in nature.
Mhm.
So, and of course, my wife said, "Yep, he's going to be king of the crab people or something."
Well,
Or
I
something,
think
yes.
that, and
Uh,
it went by so quickly.
They're
And
robots.
Kevin Good and his team really did a great job with that
Oh.
detail.
I
Yeah.
think they knew that, as long until we resolve this,
Mhm.
they wanted Ava to be obsessing over it, and we'd be seeing it over and over and over again. So they wanted it to be consistent. They wanted it, to be consistent with the dialogue, because
Mhm.
Ava did say that, oh, look, the shuttle's engines or something, exhaust or something, and then he's not there.
Mhm.
So I have a feeling that, they will start to scrutinize that more and more. And we'll definitely probably be going back to Ross.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we will.
I'd be interested, Monty, in the chat room. What do you think happened to Bryce?
Well, he says he wants to talk about Bryce.
Let's talk. Let's hear it.
Crab people.
Mhm.
Let's hear it.
Mhm.
Well, when I first saw the episode where Bryce was killed, and I say that in quotes now, I was heartbroken. And then when I started to watch it again, and I thought they just can't do that. They can't do that after taking Spence away. But how? And then I thought about Dean Devlin and his thing for spiders, which he does have a thing for spiders, because eight-legged freaks, and
Yeah.
he
Yes.
and when you and the Clampkins and the spider venom that
Mhm.
cured him. We're all geeks. We're all sci-fi geeks. So I'm thinking of Stargate, when a host comes in and something of the host remains, and you have little things like Jolinar's memories, and you keep certain attributes and certain abilities a little bit, and that made me think of maybe he's, like you said, Admiral Greg, Maybe he'll become somebody said a way to communicate with humans.
Yeah, and Hammond said not to come. There was also, you had also pointed out last week that they had multiple life signs,
Yes.
not just him. So if those things aren't giving off a Hink signature, are they giving off other life signs that we're not seeing? Or
Is there something else there?
is there more of Hammond's arc? His crew's still there somehow.
Of Hammond's
So-
Hammond's arc.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. And what about him? And how did Hammond be the only one to survive?
Yeah, well, I told you my theory about that.
Yes.
If my theory of how Bryce survived and not what we were just discussing is true, my thing was Bryce had clampkins. He was saved by a spider. Maybe that's what protected him. Maybe the Admiral had clampkins, but they already had the cure by the time he left. So he might have been cured and he was left alone.
Interesting.
I mean, that's just my little clampkin spider theory. Along with Jag, he kind of agrees with that too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was curious that Richard wasn't in the credits, and he's not credited on IMDb.
No, he's not.
Nobody's
it's
credited on IMDb.
Well, they are now, today.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
But for this episode, Richard also doesn't have anything upcoming either. So unless Dean's like really clever and keeping everything hush hush,
Well, he
if
did in
Richard's
season
working on
2.
something else or has a new job.
Well,
They
you know,
kept
he
hush
did.
hush last season. Though.
Last
Yeah.
season, we did
They
not
were
know if certain
tight-lipped.
people were still alive or not
Right. So,
because they were not in the picture.
No.
And Bryce is in the picture of the arc this season. So
Mhm.
does that mean that he's not dead? Don't know.
So, well, I mean, he was in the promo picture and he was in the first episode, but we'll see. Honestly, I thought one of the other really good things about this episode was William Trust says, please.
Was what?
Trust said, please
He did,
Ava.
didn't he?
to
To
Ava,
Ava.
I
when
missed
they were in the
that.
lab.
Because it was so unlike him.
It was so unlike him. Yeah.
And he also hugged somebody.
Well, he
Oh, that
kind
was so
of.
funny.
Kind of.
And the way
Kind
he
of,
did
yeah.
it too was
Just
hilarious.
a little fingertip,
But hey, it was a fingertip.
like
Yes, it was
Sheldon hugging.
I don't like doing this, but I think I have to.
If you watch Big Bang Theory, Penny says,
Yes.
"Look, Sheldon's hugging me." Great Christmas episode.
Mm.
Well,
Monty says,
liking-
Monty
Mhm.
says, trust trying to hug cracked me up. Social anxiety is real. Haha.
Yes.
Yes, it is, unfortunately.
And then he was the one to go off and he couldn't wait to go get breakfast. Let me out of here.
Yes. Yes.
Well, and
Says-
speaking of that scene,
What, breakfast?
another bomb dropped. Well, no, actually, it wasn't that scene. It was a little later, but it led to this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was like
The
when they were talking
introduction
about
of the
arranging church
sheriff.
Party, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big bomb.
Yeah, we get to learn Dr. Marsh's first name, which I did not write down.
We
Wow.
learned that. We learned that,
Sanji had an ex-husband.
well, we knew that.
We knew
But-
it.
My guess is that he's the one that was abusive.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
And well, a mini bomb was maybe for the first time I learned Marsh's first name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you write it down? I
Of
forgot
course
to.
I did.
Good.
And
It's
it's
like
Marsh's first name, right? That's what it is.
Is it like Dalby or Davin or
Demir.
Demir? I knew it started with a D.
First, when they were flinging the name around, I said, "Who's that? Who's Demir? Who's?" Then I realized they were talking about Marsh.
Yeah.
He was talking about Marsh. Oh my goodness. Okay. That
Yeah, I think that's the
was
first time we've ever heard it.
no.
Yeah. Thomas said finding Sanjay's ex-husband it seemed to be a soap opera plot device. Well, probably. I mean, but
it's getting a little soap opera-y.
yeah, it is. It is.
Well, you gotta have some of that. I mean, in my estimation, because if something becomes all action, then I think they're really throwing
They're putting
everything in,
layers on the
making
characters,
something
which
for
is good.
everybody.
Yeah, and it's time to, we've gotten to know the characters a bit. Now it's time to give them a little more depth.
Mhm.
Well, and Dean said season 3 changes everything.
He says that about every transition.
Well, yeah, but this really was. I mean, this is it's not what it was before. They're not all on the ship
No.
all the time.
Right. And the challenge is, and we've said it before, that he actually wanted 2 separate shows.
He wanted 2 separate shows, yes, but
Yeah,
So
couldn't get it.
this is
approved.
one of
I
the
can see
few.
why, and I think part of the reason why I didn't like this episode is I felt that both of these stories deserved one entire episode, not half of an episode.
Yeah, and that's probably what I really believe that they had written out specs for 2 different shows. I really do.
I
Don't
think
know
so
if that's
too.
true, but I
so.
really think at least the first few episodes they did.
Yes.
And
Well, from a production point of view, I mean, other than where the crew and the colony interact with each other, you could produce everything at the colony and everything on the ark separately.
yeah, and I mean, we haven't seen if they even do interact or not yet. We don't know if they end up coming back in this season. They might stay out the entire 3rd season. They might be out in space.
True. I mean,
Well,
look where
they can
Sharon
pop
is
around
right
from
now.
planet to planet. Yeah, I wanted to have that distance chart. I was going to add this new planet to it too.
Mhm.
And but I had only just finished watching the episode about a half hour before we came on
air.
On air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're too busy recently, Greg.
Oh my God. Yes, I can't go into details, but I've been swamped.
You've been very busy, yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You've been very busy. Well, what do you think? What do you think is holding? I almost said Sanjay, Angus and Kelly. What or who do you think is holding them?
Well, I think there is probably another species on that planet, and the reason why they had such a tight boundary had something to do with agreement Vess and what's his face made.
Yes, and
somehow,
because it seemed. And what I was going to ask is the volcano in the good atmosphere zone, or was it further out? I don't know if they said, or when they were flying over. I thought we saw the volcano earlier.
Yeah, we did.
But was it outside the good air, or I mean, that's what I can't remember.
It's a good question.
Yeah, and I'm also kind of curious on how that works, because air is air, and air kind of like moves all around, right? So
Unless they've got some device that holds
Yeah.
it there,
According
Right.
to
Like-
what we know,
like the dome.
yes.
we don't know squat.
Maybe, yeah. But the yeah, because I mean the whole Northeast, has had and still continues to be hazy on and off from the fires in Canada,
Yeah, true.
all the way down to Connecticut.
Mm.
Down to Connecticut.
Yeah,
That's
so I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I do find it was interesting that, after all the colonists got out of control, that they didn't seem to share anything they had known beforehand about the
No,
planet. They didn't say anything.
not at all.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. But I mean, I also imagine that they're not too smart either if they all went on a search party hike and didn't bring any food.
Maybe they ate it all like on the Lucy show. Yeah, you go and you eat all your food and look at each other hungrily.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that was like, oh, we got to turn back. We're hungry. And it's like, really?
Some sheriff. He's more and more like Barney Fife the more I see him.
Well,
Most
I think we're going to call him Barney for you, Marsha.
He is
There we
such a
go.
boob. I mean,
Well, especially since we know more about his character. I mean,
and
Well,
what
he's
does that say about Vess?
Recovering alcoholic or something.
Maybe and maybe not.
Or a
Well-
recovering addict of some kind.
yeah. Well, he did say he was sober now. I'm assuming that
Of
was
course, he's going to
alcohol.
tell her that.
Well, I
He's not
know,
gonna
but
say,
I'm just
still
saying.
a booze hound, and I'm going to smack you around at the first opportunity.
Well, he's got
Well,
a new
He
squeeze
had
now.
trouble with pills, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, he could have had trouble with pills too, but or another chemical. Maybe there's future things even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like Vess is in charge of him, though.
It seemed
yeah.
that way.
And actually, Greg, you were talking about soap opera-ish things. This was about the may I say, the most sensual scene that we have seen so far between a couple. We've seen Kabir and Marsh, but this was even went a little bit farther.
Yeah.
I thought.
Well, we had Bryce and Ava in one of the bunks too.
Yeah, but they didn't
But
show as
it
much
wasn't
flesh
as-
as
yeah.
these two.
Yeah, it was more of an implication than an actual.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wonder, Well, the show, it's one thing we have to agree. The show is moving.
It is. It is that.
Susie, that last question you posted, could you rephrase it? I don't think it came through right, but try to rephrase it a little bit. We'd appreciate it. But what else do you think? What else do you think might come about that we're not expecting? I just want to see if anybody had any thoughts of what they might have seen and what they might think might come up.
Well, I want more on the tablet.
I do
yeah.
too. I do too.
I at least want Angus and Kelly's predicament to change more than just they got to walk out the door and back.
Would you like to see the tablet change in front of Trust?
Yes.
Yes,
wouldn't that
that
be
would be
fun?
great.
That'd be so much fun. How would he explain that one?
Or hit him, or turn into a hammer and hit him back.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'd love to see some freaky stuff happen with Trust and the tablet.
Mm-hmm.
And more of Paul too. I mean, he was in this one a little bit more and had some good scene. The good scene where they were grieving Bryce, I thought was a good development for him. I thought him saying please to Ava was also a good development.
Yeah, Susie says
Really?
when the sheriff first checked on the prisoners, he didn't need to open the doors to ask them questions. Yes, but he did open the doors, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he went in there.
Barney
Kelly's
Fife.
door. Kelly opened Kelly's door.
Yeah, oh yeah, Kelly opened Kelly's door. Yeah.
Barney Fife. You putting up what Thomas asked?
Oh, what?
What Thomas
Anybody
shipping?
shipping? Oh,
You don't know what shipping is?
I know what you.
Pushing them as a couple.
Yes.
Oh no, I don't know that phrase. Okay.
Well, I thought they were kind of, well, according to Kelly, they were she already had a boyfriend.
Exactly.
I am not.
No, I think at this point they're just gonna they'll reconcile and be friends, I think.
Yes, I agree. And I think that's best to move on from there because Kelly is so bent on redeeming herself and moving forward in her life.
Yeah.
I think that would be a mistake if they did that. I kind of was thinking about Angus and his new assistant.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because she seems so adamantly against Kelly getting out.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Screaming like a lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she was also one of the civilians on ARC 15. She was one of the agricultural specialists on 15.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Now, she made a comment that it made me wonder about some things.
Mm-hmm.
Time-wise. She said she was with Kelly on ARC 15 for 3 years.
Yes, she did.
And I went, really? So when did ARC 15 launch? I mean, I thought they launched way after ARC 3, and ARC 3 had been going for like 10 months or something, or 9 months, because they didn't have stasis pods, and they were just going to have a 10-month journey or something to that planet. Ended up being blown up, but I just want other people's thoughts of that. I mean, I just thought that was something wrong with that time frame that she said, unless she knew her beforehand. I don't know. Before ARC 15.
Oh, maybe when they were preparing for the
maybe. But I just thought that was that caught me off guard when she said that. So
yeah, and she didn't know any more about Kelly than they have shown us. Of course, they didn't show us a whole lot of her character.
No, but I mean, she only knew about stuff that happened after she left ARC 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she mentioned.
Yeah.
I just thought that was strange.
That is interesting. And to answer your question, Michael, I am very curious as to what is the control, what or who is the controller of, because apparently they know, meaning Vess and Sheriff know.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be V'ger. I mean, it's got to be. If you believe that, Marcia.
Well, I'm also wondering if there's some sort of invasion of the body snatchers thing going on too.
With pods and things?
No, not necessarily like that, but if there's like some, because if nobody's talking about the aliens and saying, "Oh, we have to keep a boundary because of the aliens obviously don't want people to know they're there."
Why? It seems they can pretty much control stuff, so I don't think they're too scared
Well,
of anybody right
yeah,
now.
but so
Oh,
or is it the
or
real Maddox?
okay, there you go. There's a
Maybe it's not an alien after all. Maybe it's something else going on.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see other life form and see how they bring a totally different sentient life form to us. I would love that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then again, there's also the whole idea, like a lot of psychological thrillers, especially sci-fi psychological thrillers. We are the monsters. The
That's
whole
right. We are the monsters.
Yeah, the Outer Limits and Twilight Zone. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Or if we're on Mars, we are the Martians.
Oh yes.
And people were talking about how many subplots we had, so I jotted down a few. So we've got what's going on with Kelly and Angus. We've got Ben Hammond and his quest to be king or ruler of admiral. We've got Kabir, Demir, and Milan triangle. We've got the Milan and Vess duo. We've got Garnett and Ian still trying to figure out their relationship. We've got Eva and Bryce still searching. She's searching for him, and that going
I'll
on.
put that one on the planet.
We've got Trust and the tablet. That's another subplot. We've got clones everywhere. We've got Drake and Garnett. There's something going on there. And Maddox, what's going on with Maddox?
I'll put that one in space.
We've got Kimmy and Alicia and the mutiny.
Mhm.
All right, I'm out of fingers.
You gotta figure, start with your toes.
I'm wearing socks, and you don't want to see my toes.
And I'll leave it there because I put Bryce, but Bryce is kind of the Eva Bryce thing. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm sure I missed something. So,
Or Bryson Spiders.
So I mean, that's at
Bryce and the
least
spiders.
5 subplots within these 2 story arcs.
That's an
Just
insane
surfacing
amount
in
of
this episode.
story.
So yeah, they are getting a little soapy. So as long as they can keep the sci-fi, they'll keep my interest. Throw it in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want the Attack of the Clones turning into the Love Boat, Clone Love Boat. Everybody seemed paired up there. That was kind of interesting.
Oh my gosh.
So you'd
And,
rather see more of like Fantasy Island then?
Ooh, yeah.
So it's Mr.
Bring,
Rourke.
bring back the weird thing of the week or something. Like every thing they go out to rescue, it becomes like some sort of bizarre twist on a morality play or something.
Mm.
Sci-fi
Well-
fantasy island.
Well,
Bring it on.
fortunately, we're going to be having some of the writers on, and I want to say this before we go any further. So as we said it right at the beginning, that we are going to have the writer of this episode on with us tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. And let's see.
I'll try to get in the chat room for that.
And then we've got on, this one's confirmed, everyone, the 17th of August, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific time, we are going to have Diana Bermudez, or Kimmy, as she is well known. She's joining us again. She was with us for season 2. She's coming back for season 3. So she will be joining us on the 17th, which I believe is after episode 3 airs. So we are looking forward to that. Is there anything we need to wrap up with this episode? Marsha, have you got all your photographs?
I've shown everything, but we haven't had an answer to.
Oh, the question of the day.
Now, I know somebody in the chat knows this. Who spoke the
Oh,
title?
I got to say this. Oh, this is so hysterical.
Oh yeah, I think Susie even mentioned it early on.
Yeah.
Was it Susie?
No, but I mean, Thomas says,
Thomas
Who
did.
says, the Ark.
Good one.
Yeah,
I know
that is
Thomas
good.
knows who says the title.
Yeah, who says the title?
Oh, I have nobody. Come
Well,
on.
Linda says Dr. Morgan. I don't think it was Dr. Morgan.
No, it was not.
It was not Dr. Morgan.
Who's Dr. Morgan?
Or was that the name of the clone?
It could have been.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, I'll
I
have to
missed
give
that
I'll
if
have to
it
give him
was.
that. So
It was that person.
Awesome. Too much. Just
Yeah, that might have been the name of the character. There was a Dr.
might have
Morgan.
been. Might have
That
been.
might have been. So Linda, sorry.
We'll give it to her. Yes.
give it to her.
Absolutely. She may know more than I did at that point. Yes. Thank you.
she's always been diehard fan. So yes, I would think so.
Fun. I can hardly wait for the next episode. Oh my goodness.
I know.
But I would
Will
like
we
I would
get
like
answers?
to see the Angus Kelly thing at least progress. She is Morgan, okay.
We
Yeah.
we have got to start to get a few answers at least.
Yes.
You
Yes.
think?
I hope so. And then within the next week, I should have more confirmations of dates for actors. And I will say, if I can see my list, I have had some people that have said they would come that I didn't know beforehand. Some of the writers, some more of the writers. India Wilson says she would come back,
Nice.
and James DeLorean will be coming back.
Excellent.
And India is going to come in after episode 9, and James DeLorean is going to come after episode 10, because those are the episodes that they wrote. So
Very
they're
cool.
going to come in for that, and we are so excited. And also the composer that does the music, Fred Corey, he's going to come back too and talk about some of the music he did for season 3.
Interesting.
Yay.
So yeah, so we're excited about that.
Mhm.
And I've almost got Milos have a definite date, so we're excited about that. So, but yeah, it is just lots of people, and Ryan's going to be on with us within 2 weeks, I believe. So,
Yes.
so we'll be able to talk to Angus about his troubles in the cave
And his new outfit.
and his new outfit that he thought that Kelly put on him.
So the story is layering and layering and building.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's something that made zero sense why he got new clothes and she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's plans for Angus.
There could be.
Special plans for Angus.
Mhm.
Maybe
They're
he's
gonna
going
marry
to
him off to the princess
to the princess of the.
of the screechy bug, the screechy aliens. I'm not gonna say bug like, but because they screech, maybe.
Yeah, could be. Or it's all an illusion.
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
great. And I'll say, if you want to talk about the discuss more, we have threads on the ARC series fan group. Come and talk about each episode. They'll always be there. So you can even go back to one, you can go back to the seasons before and chat up. So
Yeah, because there's lots to talk about,
yes.
and we're very excited about it. So please join us next Friday, 8 p.m. We will be discussing episode 3,
Wow.
and we're moving along.
Yes, we
We
are.
are.
We're moving along. And those that are also following the Librarians, the next chapter, we'll be having guests for them also. We have one coming up. Of course, I've got it I had it written down and then I changed my page. But it is next week. It is next week.
I'm already behind on that one.
Yeah, well, I can relate. It's going to be August 13th. He will be in episode 3, which airs this Sunday.
Mhm.
And the actor's name is Jeff Bennett, and he plays Sir Christopher Chomley. So we're excited he's going to be on with us. And as I said, I've got more coming. So
Yay.
Everyone, take care, and
Thanks
we'll
for
see you
coming.
next week or tomorrow or whenever.
Like
Bye-bye.
and subscribe, and you'll get
Like
all
and
the
subscribe and follow. Bye-bye.